The US capture of Maduro has drawn sharp criticism from Russia and China, but Central Asia has stayed notably silent. No Central Asian government has issued an official statement. This is intentional, given the growing relationship between President Trump and the leaders of Central Asia. In fact, President Trump has invited the leaders of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan to the 2026 G20 summit. Criticizing Washington risks the opening. Supporting US actions would provoke Moscow and Beijing. Silence is the safest position. But the deeper concern for these economies is energy, particularly oil. Venezuela holds roughly 20% of global proven oil reserves. If US investments restore production capacity, global prices could decline over the medium term to $50 per barrel, and in a worst-case scenario, to $40 per barrel. For Russia, this is a serious threat to the stability of an economy that relies on oil revenue. Similarly, for Kazakhstan, the stakes are real. Lower prices would reduce state revenue and weaken its position as a key energy supplier. This isn't speculation, it's strategy. Just 2 days ago, Trump convened nearly 24 oil executives at the White House, including Chevron and Shell, and announced a plan for $100 billion in investments to rebuild Venezuela's energy sector with US protection. Trump explicitly framed this as part of a broader push to keep gasoline prices low, directly signaling the administration's intention to use Venezuela oil to reshape global energy markets. The numbers here tell the story. Venezuela holds 303 billion barrels, roughly 17 to 20% of global proven reserves. Production has collapsed from 3.5 million barrels per day in the 1990s to only around 800,000 today. Estimates suggest it will cost more than $180 billion through 2040 to restore production to 3 million barrels per day. If a fraction of that capacity comes online, the price implications for oil exporting nations are severe. For Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Azerbaijan, that meeting wasn't just about Venezuela. It was a preview of the energy landscape they may have to navigate for the next decade. The key takeaway here is that Central Asian states are watching carefully how the geopolitical situation in Venezuela is unfolding. They will not take sides while great powers clash over a crisis that could reshape the energy markets their economies depend on.